Hello, everyone. It's Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network, and I want to just be real quick with this episode. This is the season 9, episode 7 review of The Walking Dead, and I'm suffering a horrible, horrible cold, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet and just kind of give my thoughts and kind of predictions going forward. Really good episode. We get to see Michonne finally make her way. She decides to finally go to the hilltop. She finds out that Maggie has left with Georgie to what I'm assuming is the Commonwealth, but we probably won't see Maggie the rest of the season. We get to see a lot of Daryl and Carol, and then Carol's adopted son Henry. We get to see a lot of that. Daryl's dynamic with his dog, who thank God does not die in this episode. I honestly thought that we would be introduced to Daryl's dog only to immediately see it killed. I'm glad to know that that's not part of his reasoning for accompanying Carol. Looks like Daryl's going to kind of play a father figure to Henry, but one thing we got to worry about is the Whisperers. Towards the end of this episode, we actually get to see Jesus, Daryl, Aaron, and a few others go out to try to rescue Eugene. We actually got to see Rosita. She was rescued, and she was talking about how the walkers were whispering and talking, and we all know, where they're going with that. But they go to rescue Eugene, which takes us to the next episode. And honestly, I don't know if they're going to do it this quick, but if we end up getting to see the border wall where the Whisperers kill several people and mark the border with their heads on pikes, I think we may have seen the end of probably Daryl, Jesus, and Aaron. I mean, that will suck. But that's kind of where they're going with this. I hope it isn't, but that's kind of what it's looking like. Really, I don't think we'll see that for a little while. They're going to have to do something big for the mid-season finale, though, and I'm not 100% sure what that'll be. I almost bet we'll see Lydia, who is the daughter of Alpha. I bet we'll get to see her next episode. Henry, the guy who plays Henry during the Talking Dead last night, all but confirmed that the Henry story is going to be an adaptation of the Carl story from the comics, which is where Carl falls in love with Lydia and basically causes the Whisperer War. So I think next week's going to be major. It wouldn't surprise me to see a couple of character deaths. The whole Whisperer border marking, I think that may happen. Even though if it doesn't, then it means it's going to be another 8 episodes at the season finale before we do. But I really think they're probably going to wrap the Whisperer War up before the end of the season. So the second half, I think, will be the Whisperer War. I don't think they're going to mess up like they did with the all-out war between the Saviors and the other communities and drag that out for like a season and a half or 2 seasons. I think that this is actually going to wrap up fairly quickly, to make sure it doesn't drag out way too far. But anyway, next week is going to be super. I cannot wait. Trying to think if we have anything else going on. I'm actually going to give this episode like a 9.5 out of 10. It wasn't perfect, but it was still pretty dang good. Anyway, I'm Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux and your local Satanist. If you have any thoughts on where the season's going to go, or if you have any thoughts on this episode, be sure to drop a comment, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see everybody next week.